Gone are the days of your family doctor. You know, the doctor that knew grandma, ma, dad, all the children, right? The community family doctor. You know, the guy who cared. You know, the guy that when you went to go see him, you brought him a slice of peach cobbler because he liked your peach cobbler. Yeah. Now, it seems the profession has gone all about money.
I feel like, sorry if you have anything else to say.
No, go ahead.
I feel like that's the way it's been with a lot of things. Back in the day, a lot of it really was like love and care, where people did care for each other, and there was some genuine connection. However, as time went on, it became obvious that the people who were about the money, they were able to get it. Of course, they found their ways to get more money, and then, of course, it became commonplace. Well, of course, I would like some more money, so how about instead of having maybe maybe a couple of big families that I serve, we just do a bunch of smaller families. I don't have to cater to anyone in particular, and that's more money in my pocket.
Nah, the medical field,
like that.
Yeah, but the medical field, it's like you run into the doctor's office, they spend 5 minutes, write a prescription, and then they're done. Okay? Here's something that a lot of people don't know. Doctors do not have to take nutritional classes in order to become MDs. Now, what is the importance of nutrition as it deals with the medical body? I mean, the human anatomy.
Almost everything. Nutrition is, of course, the how we get our energy to function.
Yeah. So, be careful out there, everybody, and try to find a doctor, someone who cares. You can go to drds.com. You can read his article. Yes, I'm advertising Dr. D because just reading his article this week about his practice, his family practice, where he hired people from the neighborhood, where he cared about people, and he writes an article, and I can feel his spirit through the words. And so I just felt motivated and encouraged to speak about that this morning. Today, you did who?
Mr. Robert Hayden, a poet.
Okay. All right. And what was the reason why you did Robert Hayden?
I picked him because I'm also a writer myself. I just write narrative stories a lot. And I use some of his poems for inspiration and for a little bit of help here and there. He's a favorite poet of mine.
Are there any certain people that you go to for inspiration?
Yes, many times I go to a lot of people. Like Martin Luther King is one of my favorite people that I'm inspired by. Mostly because I like to put his general practice of nonviolence, as well as Gandhi, into not just in I guess the bigger things, but just in general life. I'm always pretty calm. I always look for a nonviolent solution to things. I try to be very diplomatic as much as I can. Just keep calm and everything works out, really. In general.
No comment. We live in a society, and I'm just going to say it the way it is, that sometimes the only thing people understand is violence. It's unfortunate, but it is true. Violence inflicted upon people is never good. And sometimes you can't just be, well, let's just say Martin Luther King was ahead of his time. All right. Amiri Baraka said, not only was he ahead of his time, he was brilliant, because he knew that we couldn't go and fight a war against the general population in society because they had all the guns, they had all the tanks, all the ammo. So Martin Luther King was indeed ahead of his time, and a lot of people thought that it made him weak because he was being nonviolent, but he was smart. Okay?
Certainly.
So I just thought I'd ask that question.
That is a general saying. It says that people in power, they usually only respond when it's death or money. When it has to do with either of those things, then they'll respond. Then they'll take a close look at things. Yeah,
and when you said people in power, you sparked a nerve in me where I just got finished talking about doctors and the profession of doctors and it being all about the money, right? And we've gone from doctors not caring to just writing prescriptions to politicians thinking that they're celebrities and not public servants. And so there's definitely a misconception of understanding. And so, like I said, musically on the show, power to the people. But the people have to rise up. And until you rise up, there will be no power. And on that note, I'm done.
Great note to end off with. Thank you very much for listening to Behind the Mic, the short segment where we discuss what we did today on the radio behind the mic. I'm Andrew Coates, of course. Thank you very much for watching this. You can tune into the radio show every single Saturday, 9:30 to 10 in the AM, channel 89.5 FM, 89.5 FM. We talk about all kinds of stuff. Thank you very much. It's going to be on YouTube, of course. Please like and subscribe. We're found on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Click all the buttons that are good for us. Find us at our website, questyouthradio.com, and thank you very much for watching. Stay conscious.
Peace.